Hi there. Day 2 of the first test at Lords. I've just come back from watching the Roses match, so a bit drunk. I think today was similar to yesterday in a sense. A lot of wickets. I suppose there were a bit more runs today. England did play a bit better with the bat today, although in saying that, probably the best day to bat out of the two. They polished off the tail quite well. Jamieson had a few good shots, really. Looked a bit dangerous. Then England batted, looked good at launch, and then collapsed, which is kind of familiar, really, in this era. Collapse from a position of strength. But Jamie Smith did steady the ship. He only got 39, so he's not like bloody Brian Lara or Tendulkar, but he got 39 in the context of kind of Bazball and tricky pitches. That was like an obdurate innings, and some of the tail hung on with him. You know, there's a slight kind of side issue. Stokes failed again with the bat. Stokes, who was a legend in English cricket, and if you look at Stokes from 2015 to 2022, you can't question him, but he is now past his best massively with the bat, with the ball. So, but then maybe that's something for a kind of different day. So England did well there with the bat. I think they got to a score that was slightly, in the end, they've set New Zealand something that's slightly above par on this pitch. And then went out to bowl, got an early wicket. And then Conway and Williamson were looking okay, actually. They were kind of repelling all the things that England threw at them. But in the end, Williamson got out and then reviewed really pretty straightforward LBW. I don't even know why he reviewed it, as opposed to he's such a crucial player. But that was dead. That was a dead LBW, clearly out. Now, they sent out a night watchman. I suppose it was a bit contentious. And you can look at it one or two ways. In one way, he did his job. He prevented the next batsman from coming in, albeit getting out at the end. Another way, he couldn't survive to the close, and that was another wicket for England. So England now have New Zealand, 36 for 3, rather than would have been probably 40 for 2. It is a difficult pitch to bat on, but it's not a minefield. And England's attack isn't like the West Indies attack of the 80s. Robinson, Tong, Atkinson, Bashir, and an old Stokes are not like Walsh, Ambrose, etc. So you can actually see the day out against them. It's not ridiculous. So I don't know if that will be crucial in the end or not. But you would say England favourites. If there's play tomorrow, England will win because it's going to be wet. It's going to be cloudy. If all of tomorrow's rained off, they come back Sunday and the conditions will be a bit better. So it's not a foregone conclusion that England will win. We'll see what happens tomorrow.